sketchbook with you. So this one is a freedom landscape sketchbook, and I started it in 2022, and it's still ongoing in 23. But just wanted to use this sketchbook to record all the landscapes I loved, and most of them are from pictures I took while hiking. Some of them are just experiments. I liked it very much because it's in a lake around where we live, so we live around Grenoble, and this lake, in the summer you can swim in it. It's open between June and September. And what I liked about this one is the shadows cast by the trees. So it was late afternoon, and all the shadows were beautiful, and I wanted to represent that. So it's almost abstract, but I like the feel of it. And it's done in acrylics, so it's quite thick and there are some texture, but I can put my hand on it and not smudge. That's nice too. And this one was an experiment, so I wanted this one. The one on the left is at the same lake as before, and this is my daughter ready to go swim. And yeah, I like the figure, the little figure that I did with a few lines of black crayon. And yeah, this is really loose. On this one, this is from a walk, oh no, this is from the Dango Peninsula while we were in Ireland, and I really liked the dark skies contrasting with the light water and the small house there. This one is a really bad rendition of it, and I made a big acrylic painting of this one, and it's way better than this. This was I tried something there. It's not that good. This one is the walk that we take near the river here in Grenoble. So the river is named Isère, and I like the colors because the water comes from the mountains, and it's sometimes blue, sometimes green, and really opaque. So it's like a milky green. Some don't like it, but I really like it because you can see nuances, and the shadows reflect really nicely in it. And it's surrounded by trees, and there are no cars around, and you can maybe walk 10 kilometers alongside the river without seeing any cars. It's really nice. And here you can see the mountains in the distance. I've done a lot of painting of this river. This is not the best one, but this is the same river, but when you turn the other side, you see the other mountains and the same path. So this one was done with soft pastels that I tried to dilute with water. I'm not sure I was really successful with this, and I had to go back with some Neocolors. Yeah, I like the feathery effect though, but see, when I put my hands on it, it's dirty. I like this part. So this one is inspired by a painting of Sennelier. She did something quite like that in her sketchbook, and what I was drawn to was the contrast between the purple and the fiery yellow-orange. And I wanted to recreate this kind of splash in the middle of the painting. And I also like the way that she uses something else than blue for the sky, so I try to add pink and white, and I added pure color here because that's my part. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, this one. So that's my least favorite of them all. Here I wanted to try to use acrylics, but really diluted, and I wanted a contrast between a loose background and some architectural elements like these really distinctive houses. So it's harsh lines against the loose background, and this part is fine. I like the sky and the mountains, but the green orange, I really don't like it. This is ugly for me, and this too. So yeah, but I tried. Okay, so here we arrived in the part that I surprisingly liked. So this is only watercolors, and I thought this paper was not made for watercolors, but I tried anyway, and it's not made for watercolors. As you can see, there are a lot of blooms. It makes harsh lines between the colors, and I went with it, just splashing everywhere what I could add and see, and at the end I really loved the result. I love the really dark trees here, the pine trees, and the small ones, little ones, and I also like the fact that I left some white background there. Usually I don't left white anywhere. I have to stop myself and tell me, just leave some white. And also I like this part that is with warm colors against the rest. Yeah, I really love this part, and it's quite loose. So I tried again. So those are from hikes that we did in the mountains. I like the sky here, even though there are some blooms and the trees are quite lame there, but I like the impression of slope and the perspective, and that you can see far away and still see some mountains, and always having a path leading the eye to the end of the mountain. I like it. And see, this is really it took a lot of water and paint. Okay, so this one is from the other bank of the river, the Isère River in Grenoble, and I try to use Caran D'Ache gouache that are in pans, and I find the colors really stark and harsh, and it's difficult to create nuances with it. And I was outside when I did that, so I didn't have all my gear, and it was a plein air painting, and I rode maybe 20 kilometers in bicycle before coming to that spot, and sketching and painting. Maybe I was in a hurry, I don't know, but not that successful. So this one I really liked. So you still have, it's from a hike, still have the faraway mountains in grays and blues and purples, and the vegetation here with the still path there, and the big greens and pinks, and I added a lot of Neocolors to add pop of colors. Yeah, and I like the little lines that had weight to the stones on the side of the mountain. This one I like. So this one is the same river with the bank here, and it's done with Himi gouache, and I really liked it when it was like that. I like the colors and everything, but unfortunately everything just dried, so they all dried up. I tried to revive them, and it took me half a day to add water and stir everything, and it was good again. And then 1 month later it was all dried, so I'm giving up on Himi gouache. But yeah, I like the opaqueness and the smooth transitions and the colors too. You have the cute pink and cute yellow orange. Okay, so these ones, they were prettier before, but as I drew on the other side, there are some transfer here. I tried to use hairspray to fix the pages, it's not enough. So these are two different photos that I took on hikes. So I tried to render the stones in the bath, and here I really like the mountains and the nature contrasting with the man-made antenna with the straight lines, so I like that. And this one I just had fun with colors. I did different blues and some purple, yeah, the pinks and everything. I just had fun with colors, and you can see mountains anyway. So these ones are quite recent. So the one on the left, yeah, it's a middle mountain. It's a hill near where I live, and this one too. And this is my husband walking our two dogs, and this is my favorite because of the dynamic lines, and I don't know. There's a nice feeling to it. It's round. It's inviting. Important stuff is in the middle there, so yeah, I like it. And I use Neocolor tools here, so it's, I think it's gouache under it, and then Neocolor tools, or maybe watercolor, can't remember. Same here. So this one is from a picture I took from Champs in the winter, so it's a snow landscape, and I did it with the acrylic, the messy hairbrush, the brush like that, really hard brush, and so I tried to render the ski tracks and everything. And what was really interesting in the picture, the reference picture, is that in Champs you have another mountain there, and you are on the mountain, and here you have a sea of clouds. So this is the valley down there, and then this is only clouds between both mountains. And when it's gloomy in the valley, you go up, and then you have a beautiful blue sky, and you can see the sea of. So you don't see any civilization, you just see the clouds. That's really pretty. So this one is watercolor and color pencil. So still with the perspective, the slope, and the path. And yeah, I really like those lines. Also the clouds with the shadow underneath. I try to have the darker part on the bottom. I tried. And here's the city and the civilization. And just for those who are asking, it's a Taylor and Rowney A4 sketchbook. So it's 140 GSM. Yeah, so it's for drawing and inks, but I decided to throw everything at it, and it's holding pretty well. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for today. I have a lot of other sketchbook to share, and I do so later. Thank you. Bye bye.